Hello everyone, it's me again, GW Fan the Softcore Brony, welcoming you back to Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. Since last time, I actually got, well, a little bit more than I needed for the power foods there, because I kept meeting, like, larger groups, oddly enough. I'm actually going to give 7 of these to Ryu, because, well, I forgot I got him to level 2 by accident early in the game before I got access to any masters, so yeah, he only is -7 on the attack power there, so nice. And then the remaining 2 I'm just gonna give to Ray, largely because he kind of needs it. Really, he needs a bit more power than he's got for, well, most things upcoming here. Now, well, you see I have Peiko and Ray in my party right now, but once we walk up this way, we're going to have a forced party in order to talk to this guy. What was his name? Horace, that was it. Yeah, Ray and Nina are forced into your party for this, no matter what, so... Yeah, you could say that, though you make it harder. More on that in a bit. Oh. Until now? Yeah, that's what everyone said about crossing the ocean. We totally did that, even though we could have teleported, turns out. Oh. Oh, yeah, that could be the case. No? Didn't you guys say before that you're pretty sure she lives across the desert? Like you weren't entirely, like, absolutely certain there? Or even like it was only a guess? But yes, we must cross the deserts. And this is, well, technically a dungeon and kind of not at the same time. Ask me anything. Okay, well, first off, if you, well, okay, fine. Don't go that way. I want to go around this way, and I want to talk to the book here. Let's change our party members to actually get the party I want. This does not change our formation, oddly enough, but it does, like, force a party onto us with, yeah, like... with Nina last and all that, but let's get there like this, the way I want. And I'll show my equipment setup later. Drak is your best friend in the desert. Yeah, if you get lost, you can use him to get back here. Well, more on that in a bit. And also more on this in a bit. What do you want to know about? Well, the most important thing, walking in the desert. Because this is not a traditional dungeon, even though it kind of is, but it's basically not. Yeah, listen carefully. Now, about time. As you move through the desert, time passes. Only while you're walking, or moving, or, well, walking, as it were. It does not pass otherwise. So, yeah, one day is 24 hours, 12-hour day, and a 12-hour night. Yeah, you can keep track of time by counting your steps. Don't bother with that. It's not necessary. Look, about 40 steps in an hour. Okay. It's kind of hard to keep track of that anyway. Yes, you should move only at night, and he really does mean that, because you'll take damage during the day. And not to mention, you can't keep your bearings during the day, but more on that soon as well. Anything else you want to know? About directions. Again, about directions. Yeah, you can find your way in the desert by looking at the stars. This is basically what it's going to look like. Well, actually, more than basically, this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is the North Star. This is a very important one, star to keep track of because, yeah, it appears in the north. It doesn't move at all, unlike the other significant stars, which can move like left and right and up and down, depending on where you are in the desert here. Yeah, you're headed due north. Yeah, over here, usually right there in the east-ish, is the false North Star. Yeah. depending on the day. Actually, depending on where you're at, but yeah. No, it really can't, given that the North Star is always right there. And then over here, usually due west, but maybe a little off the west. Yeah, this is the evening star. Kind of another important point there. Don't mind what appears to be Orion's belt down below it, because those also kind of move a little bit as you're moving through the desert. So, yeah, the evening star is not always going to be right above those. Yeah, not always at the same height and in the same place. You're in the center of the desert, it'll be due west. Yeah, more on that soon enough. Yeah, if you lose track of where you are in the desert, you're done for. Well, basically. Make sure you keep your eyes on the stars. That is very important. One thing you need to be careful about is after breaking camp or a battle, we don't have exactly random encounters here. Rather, we get into battlefields, the same as on the world map. And yeah, after you've broken camp, because this basically, it kind of acts like the world map in a way, but yeah, after breaking camp or battle, you might be facing the exact same direction you were in, or you might be slightly off by like 1 or 2 angles there, so yeah, make sure you check what direction you're facing. Yeah. Yeah, leaving the desert, that's actually very easy. Oh, well, okay, I was thinking of something else. Yeah, these are the directions. Remember these. But, well, actually, this is one way to get to the other side of the desert. There's actually more than one way, technically, if you know how the desert works. But, yeah, first, follow the North Star to the north, because, you know, the North Star's in the north. Then, when you can see the evening star, yeah, directly to the west, head east. Yeah, keep going east until you can no longer see the evening star. And then head north again after walking north for 3 nights. Or so, yeah, you should be able to see the oasis. I'll write this down for you so you can look it up later. So he says, except he's gonna write it down wrong! Which is why this place is an absolute nightmare for first-time players, because just for a simple recap, we go north, then east, then north again. His directions that you will be going off of in your camp, since it'll probably be the only other thing you ever look at, is north, and then west, and then north, which is totally wrong. I mean, well, a third of it is wrong, but, you know, dude, that screwed me up so bad, because, yeah, I never talked to him again after I did that, after I, like, did this little segment. I always relied on those notes the first time I played the game, and, well, I couldn't make it to the frickin' oasis. I was really, really stubborn about trying to make it, because I grinded to, like, level 52 or some insane thing before I finally gave up for, like, 3 months, and then I was like, oh, now let me try looking on the internet, because this was, I played this for, like, fully for the first time, like, I think, like, probably, like, in the middle of the PS2 era, I would say, and so, you know, the internet's, you know, nice and full by then with information. It's like, oh, I see. I just had the wrong directions he wrote down there, so. Anyway, yeah, that's enough for now, although not really, because I'm actually going to be saying a little bit more there. Yeah, come back anytime. And yeah, water, this is kind of important. Yeah, as you walk in the desert, your body will slowly lose water. Yeah, and your throat will become dry every so often. The game will absolutely inform you when this happens. Every single time. It'll happen roughly twice a night, depending on how you drink it. Yeah, if you don't drink any water and keep walking, yeah, longer than, well, 30 minutes, he says. Basically, you can walk up to, basically, you're going to, like, kind of take damage as you're walking after your throat turns dry, and you'll flash red whenever you take damage. When you do after you do 4 times, is when you want to take water if you're going on an especially long trip for, like, one of the treasures that's out in the desert. Because if you hit a 5th time or more, you will go into the fatigue status. And unlike, the other methods to fatigue, which, max out it, you can get hit, 5 times. Here in the desert, uniquely, you can fatigue yourself up to 9 times, which means you can severely reduce your max HP there. So, yeah. Yeah, like he says, permanently damaging your body, so... yeah, something like that. We actually had to collect water before we leave this little camp here. Yeah, camping in the desert, it's the same thing as camping in the, overworld there, but yeah, you'll spend about 12 hours or so camping. Yeah, you have to camp at daybreak, which thankfully the game absolutely informs you when it is daybreak. But yeah, we only want to walk at night, because we will just automatically take damage during the day as we're walking. Yeah, the Rakta, kind of important there. Yeah, go ahead and take this Rakta with you. Because, yeah, if you get lost, he will always be in your camp. And if you talk to him, he will just automatically take you back here. Or if you start on the other side of the desert, he'll always take you back there. But, yeah. Fortunately, you're not, totally lost for good whenever you go into this damn desert that he'll give you the wrong directions to. Yeah, we believe that you're gonna strike down the goddess. Who knows if she'll kill you? Got an end to her madness, even though the elder kind of made it clear that she wasn't really evil per se. But, okay. I've harbored no hatred for anyone. Right. Even though you kind of sound like you're angry about it, considering you want me to strike her down, and you say, madness, you specifically use the word madness and all that. So, no, we're good. Yeah, he doesn't tell you that you actually have to collect water before you go into the desert, which is this right here. Full of water. Make sure you take some with you. You'll need it. Yes, you will. Well, okay, fine. About water. What does this even say? I didn't even bother to look at this. Fill your canteen. Yeah, your canteen can hold 16 helpings of water. Right. Yeah, like I said, maybe that would have been a better time to talk about it, but whatever. Yeah, we need to actually get water. Yeah, now have 16 servings, and it's over here in our inventory. So, it just says a regular thing here. So, walking up this way, we can go through the desert. And remember how I said there's battlefields in the deserts? It's exactly the same as the battlefields that we can find on this side of the factory, like in general. So, yeah, there's no difference there. Yeah, go into the deserts. Do nothing. I think go back would mean, like, you, like, leave this area, but, not into the desert. Yeah, you should wait for night and leave then. Good luck, especially if you try to follow my notes. Oh my gosh. Freaking. I don't even know if they fixed that in the PSP version. So, one thing I want to know, yeah, this is the North Star straight ahead of us. There's the false North Star over there. And, yeah, over here is the Evening Star. You'll notice it doesn't have those directly beneath it like it did in the example there. Now, I would like to point out, just for the sake of the directions here, going 1, 2, 3, 4. This, 4 in any direction that, turns from any direction there is a cardinal direction. This is east. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is south, which you'll never need to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is directly to the west, which you'll... notice the evening star is not directly there because, you know, we're not in the middle of the desert. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very important for knowing how to get around there. And I love the music of the desert. It's really calming. So anyway, other thing to note, there are treasures out in the desert, like stationary treasures that you technically can totally screw yourself out of. Absolutely do not use the Holy Mantle, because you will screw yourself over in getting the treasures, because they're actually, like, they'll appear in the battlefields that we can run into around here, and it doesn't automatically trigger the battlefields when you hit the spots where those treasures are, so do not use the freaking Holy Mantle, or you'll totally screw yourself out of those treasures. Now, speaking of which, there are 4 of them in the desert here. One of those, let's see, this is, yeah, if we, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, go directly east for 7 nights from this side of the desert, we can get the speed boots, which I'm actually not going to go for because I already have 3 pairs, and, well, Ray is already wickedly fast enough to not really need it, even with the life armor equipped. And Peiko's too slow to really, well, take advantage of those. And Ryu's actually at a speed already because of the way I've, you know, had him with Masters, that he could potentially, like, not need them for most encounters there. Or maybe we'll need only 1. So, yeah, I'm not going to go for the speed boots. Now, yep. And if you're using notes, make sure you don't immediately walk the wrong direction like I did. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. But anyway, now as far as what I'm going to be doing here, there are 2 other treasures in the deserts that I want to get here. I mean, out of the, well, 3 others that are actually here, and those are the life armor and the royal sword, which, oh, obviously I already have, but I want a second life armor for Ray specifically, and I also don't mind getting that second royal sword specifically because, you know, I can, you know, use this as an infinite use spell, and, well, that can potentially be useful, especially for, like, Ray having higher intelligence than you might be used to, which, you know, since I'm going to be getting him to 125 ultimately, and also for a specific enemy in the final dungeon, just one, that kind of requires me to use elemental spells if I want to defeat him easily. So anyway, well, just briefly going over what I've got equipped there. Yeah, in order to get the armors, well, there is a particular method to getting them, which I want to attribute to, well, someone by the name of David K5, who, well, that's what I read at the time anyway. Supposedly what this is supposed to do is you can get both of those treasures and make it to the other side of the desert in, well, not one night, but, you know, in one go. But after the 2 treasures, I have never managed to make it to the other side, so I'm just gonna go for the treasures and kind of be done with it there. So, anywho, basically what I want to do is, first I want to walk northwest, which is 1, 2 right there. You can see the evening star over there on the side there, and when that gets well, basically disappears off of this screen specifically, to the left there actually, then we're gonna want to change directions. More on that in a bit here, but yeah, basically we're gonna be doing this for roughly 3 nights. Actually, more like 2.5, really. Now, I should also note that even though I am equipped with the life armor, and also if you're equipped with any of the other accessories that restore HP as you're walking, they don't actually work here in the desert. Because of the way the desert works, I guess, you can't, you know, cheese your way through not, you know, using water, I guess. Or whatever. But anyway, while we're here, we're, well, gonna get our throat dry roughly twice a night, and also get into technically random encounters twice a night. Again, it's the battlefields, like this one. And just like any other battlefields, there is a bag around here somewhere with treasures, and well, just like with all the other battlefields, there is a certain likelihood of what you're going to get there. So from most likely to least likely, it is healing herb, antidote, multivitamin, wisdom seed, swallow eye, fish head, moon tears, and ivory dice. And just because some of those are towards the end, don't think that it's going to be difficult to acquire, because, you know, we're going to be getting into a lot of random battlefields over here in the desert. Just when I was testing, you know, getting the treasures the other day, I ended up getting 4 swallow eyes, 2 fish heads, and 2 moon tears just on one run there. So yeah, you could potentially get some pretty good stuff out of this. So oh, perfect, there it is. Now anyway, there are 4 potential enemies we could meet out here, and well, there's 3 of them right there, including the Drak. This is actually a rare encounter, having the Drak not with these other guys. I actually would rather go for him first. There's 2 skills that I want to get, one of which is from the Drak. The other one is from the Scorpion, more on that later. Now, the Drak is kind of an interesting enemy. He has 340 HP, the second of any monster around here, and has a huge agility of 42, which normally might be kind of an issue for, well, anyone other than Ray and Nina anyway. But the thing about the Drak is he actually starts off the battle, well, paralyzed, as it were. He can't do anything at the beginning of the battle because of the heat. And what I want to do here is take out these other 2 guys first and leave him by himself for a moment there. So anyway, we got the cacti over here. He has a super high reprisal rate, but I'm not terribly worried about it because he only has 160 HP and is weak to ice. Actually, 2 of the 4 enemies here are weak to ice for reasons you might expect. This guy, well, supposedly is weak to ice, but I have questions about that. But yeah, this guy, he can use pollen, which can, like, put the party to sleep, but I don't really care, because I can easily take him out with the heavy daggers at my current strength there. So, yeah, easily one-shot this guy. Ryu can actually one-shot this guy even without using ice elements, I noticed. I did like 300 damage with just the regular, but I just want to do this against this guy right now. But yeah, the Scorpion here, this is well, I'll be talking more about him later because I want a skill from him, but I want to see how much damage that Ryu can do to him with the ice element attack there. How much damage does this do? Huh, that did less damage. Huh, I don't think he's actually weak to ice. Huh, I'll have to double check that then. I must have written something down in my notes, or maybe the wiki page is just wrong, but yeah, with this guy, we have the Drak that, well, obviously, we have X turns because he is paralyzed there. Now, what we want to do is unparalyze him. And I'll just do that with the Rimini spell on him, the Rimini spell there, and you'll just examine him. Now, because we helped him out, he's going to use a skill specifically on us, and I want to learn that skill. And it is a 100% guaranteed learn rate, so I specifically want Peiko to learn this. And that is the Cure spell, which, well, it costs a whopping 18 AP, but it restores all HP no matter what. I mean, obviously not if you're dead, but yeah, it's a really good, well, potentially useful skill there. And he's actually going to keep on using Cure until I attack him, which normally I wouldn't care about, because he can also use, like, Typhoon and, well, his regular attacks there. But he also could potentially run away now, because he only has 20 AP. So, actually, yeah, you do that. Well, I guess he can't really cure me again. Yeah, he doesn't have any particular weaknesses there. Yep, he didn't run away. I guess I should have attacked him. Maybe that would have made him, like, do something else. Okay, fine, whatever. it's not like it matters. Usually that guy will appear by himself. It is really rare to get into an encounter where he's, like, with other monsters there. So he's really easy to take out normally. And plus, you can just ignore him when he is with other monsters anyway. But yeah, more on the other guy, the... What's his name? Scorpion. Yeah, him later. Let's see. Let's put that up there. Yeah, right there. Though I'm probably mostly not gonna need it, but you know, you never know. It's a nice safety, just like the, well, I guess a few other skills that I might have. But anyway, I already picked up the item, and it wasn't anything of note either. Oh yeah, I guess I should note that the Drak is a dragon-type enemy, not that you can do anything with that. Now, notice that I'm still facing exactly the direction I was, but sometimes when you get out of those, you'll be facing like one or two in a different direction, never like directly behind you, thankfully. So, we'll just keep on going. Still, well, besides one more enemy to fight, a couple more things to see, not that there's much to see out here in the desert, besides a little bit of green here and there and the occasional bones. But yeah, you'll kind of see the evening star move as we're moving a little bit here. Yeah, see? Right there. Moves a little bit up, a little bit to the left there. Yeah, your throat's getting dry. You should have some water, which actually I could just do as is. Yeah, again, it's right here. I could just, like, take one. Actually, I can technically drink more, I think, by accident. But other thing you can do is you can just keep on moving. We'll see the Ryu specifically flash red at some point. After, I guess, technically 20 steps. Yeah, we've taken a tiny bit of damage. Not a ton, but yeah, it's not a big deal there. And let's see, yeah, the big deal is after, yeah, there's two. Yes, if we go more than 4 times, which, yeah, I kind of had the feeling I was going to get into a random encounter there, then that's the point where we'll start getting the fatigue status. Dang it. Let's try over there. And yeah, so after 4 is when you want to drink water, although that's only for like super long trips. Oh, well, hello. Ray, you can't really do much to this guy as is, so actually, you know what? Go ahead, do that. That'll do, like, plenty of damage right there. You know what? Actually, I don't want to, like, kill something with Peiko, or have Peiko, like, counterattack both of these guys, potentially, so that are left. Huh. Yeah, is he really weak to ice? I gotta find that out. Well, he wouldn't have killed both of them, but I'm not worried about that. Now, the Scorpion here, he has 185 HP and, well, notably 165 defense, so Ray cannot one-shot this guy even with Blitz. Under any way that I've equipped him, so, let's see, actually, let's go ahead and... Which one is the... It's you, right? Yeah, you have the lower HP, so let's just air raid you real quick. That hopefully will kill you. There we go. And now that this guy's by himself, he has a 1 in 4 chance of using regular physical attack, or a 3 in 4 chance of using a skill called Tornado, which I don't even care about, but it's there. Yeah, because normally, if he's not alone, he has a 3 in 4 chance of either using Double Blow or Chlorine there, which, well, we saw Chlorine, but he has an equal chance using either one. This is not 100% guaranteed learn, unfortunately. Tornado only costs 4 AP, and it will hit random targets and reduce their HP to 1, including yourself and your own party. So yeah, every single character in the party, or in the battle, could potentially be hit by it, which is why I don't care for it. So, yay. But yeah, let's see, he only has like 20 AP also, right? Yeah, he can only use this 5 times. Ow! That's actually a big deal for Ryu. Let's get a healing herb on you since I have a billion of those. Peiko, on the other hand, is going to heal enough to where he doesn't care if this guy attacks him with a regular physical attack there, so... Yeah, I'd preferably like to try to learn Tornado right now, but if I don't, well, so it is. Yeah, pretty annoying that I am not having much luck with this. I'm surprised that Peiko's been hit twice with that, since he actually has a 50% resistance to death naturally. Maybe I should equip, like, death resistance or something, but whatever. It's not that big a deal. There we go. Sweet! Tornado that I'm never gonna use, because why the heck would I want to potentially hit my own party members with this? Dude. Yeah, Ray learned Tornado, and just kill the guy. Dude. Oh, sweet. Alright, Peiko. Good HP and defense there. You, well, don't really need it, but you kind of do. We will for one of the super boss, well, not super bosses, super random encounters there, but yeah. Nice power boost for Ray, and, well, agility if you really need it. One thing to note about going through the desert here is because we're going to be camping during the day, it will restore HP and AP, so we can go totally hog wild with our AP while we're doing this. Where is this? It's probably on the other side, isn't it? Yeah, I'll bet it is. That's fine. Oh, this guy by himself? Okay, cool. This guy can come in pairs, and he also can come with other monsters, but this is the final monster, the Magmite. He has the highest HP of any monster around at 400, and only an agility of 15, so nothing too bad there. I guess, notably, an intelligence of 150, and unlike his cousin back in the volcano, he only has a defense of 160 there. Wait, did I just say that? I don't think I did I? Dude. Anyway, yeah, we can't actually, like, change his, experience like the other guy, but this guy is naturally worth, like, 1,300 experience points. I think this is the first dungeon that actually has monsters that are, can give you more experience than the Vulcan, but, well, we could steal Napalm from him that I don't care about, and he could potentially drop the Royal Armor at, I think, a rate of, like, 1 in 132 or something like that, so not great chance, but it's there. I don't care about that, though, because I'm going to be getting this normally. Now, the one notable thing about him is that he absorbs the Earth element, and he has a 50% resistance to every other element except for Holy. So, actually, what I want to do here... Let's go ahead and get the Royal Dagger there. I actually hadn't even tried this out. I want to use the Holy Avenger on Ryu, because, well, normally what I do is I just use Holy Strike with this weapon, but it occurs to me, how about I just equip the Holy Avenger and use Double Blow, and let's see how well that works out. And what I want to do with Peiko is I want to use Shadow Walk on this guy, which actually can potentially do 400 damage, but rarely does. It's usually more like the 360 to 380 range. This is probably completely unnecessary. Just having Ryu and Peiko alone attacking this guy is, probably enough. Oh, actually, yeah, I think that was better damage than normal. Although, if I, had Ray also attacking, I think it would be about the same. Oh, jeez, totally one-shot that guy. More than his HP there, so... Yeah, he could come in pairs or whatnot. He can use... Yeah, he has a 50-50 chance of either attacking or using magic, of which he has... And if he does use magic, he has a 50-50 chance of using either Air Raid or Flying Kick. But once he has half HP, it becomes a 2 in 8 chance of using Air Raid or Flying Kick, and a 4 in 8 chance of using Lava Burst, if you still care about that. So, there's that. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think that whole might thing really worked out all that well, honestly. So, yeah, let's not worry about that. I don't need to worry about that kind of stuff there. So, alright. Oh, Peiko. Let's... Yeah, just do that, even though you totally don't need it. Where is this freaking item? Oh, there it is. It was on this side. Healing herb? Really? Not getting fortunate when the camera's rolling, eh? Fine. Let's see. I was hit twice, right? Yeah, once again. Oh, I think I'm still... Okay, good. I'm still heading in the right direction. So, twice more. Yeah, there's 3. And then 4. I'm not going to get into any more random encounters on this night. At least not while I'm, not equipped with a bell collar anyway. So, let's see. Let's get water jug there. And just keep on going. And let's see. It should be coming daybreak soon here. And fortunately, even though it will look like it, the game will tell us when it is fully daybreak. So we don't have to, like, guess. Oh, okay, maybe a little later than I thought there. There we go. I thought that was going to happen a little bit sooner, but yeah, notice as day breaks, it becomes harder and harder to see the stars until you actually can't anymore once it fully becomes daybreak. Yeah, the sun is risen. Yeah, walking during the day only wastes energy. Basically, we'll take damage while we're walking during the day, even if we're not specifically thirsty. And since we can't see the stars, we could easily lose our bearing if we get into a fight. So, press start or, go into the menu and press camp. And we can go into camp, which functions just like it normally does. Now, the Rakta is right here. You can use the Rakta to return to base camp. Even if you say return, it'll still give you a yes or no, fortunately. So, yeah, I don't need to do that. Peiko is over here most of the time. Now, the dialogue here in camp will change over time. I think specifically as you're using water, though don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly how it works, but... well, that's because you, most likely are a canine, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people say you're a rabbit, but I've already gone over this whole conversation because the whole... the Grass Runner tribe, which she is, they're all canines except possibly for Momo, but I think those are technically dog ears, not rabbit ears. Yep. They actually say something slightly different if you go into regular camp outside of the desert, which I'll be able to show off soon enough. Don't this just beat all, as always. The Desert, brought to you by Sam's, because some Disney jokes are just actually really good like that. Or, maybe certain comedians. Yeah, these are the notes that Horace wrote down, the totally wrong notes. So, yeah, I'll read them. Yeah, first, follow the North Star to the north. Then when you can see the evening star directly to the west, head... not west. Don't listen to that. Oh my gosh. Screwed me over so badly, and so many other first-time players as well, I'm sure. So, but the rest of this is right. But yeah, freaking... I don't know. I can only imagine that... yeah, because... oh, oops. I want to sleep. Yeah, I can only imagine it happened just because... no. Yeah, just because, from the perspective of, just looking at this, I would imagine the average person might think that this way or this way is north, just, looking at the game as is, even though the game considers this direction to be north. So I'm guessing maybe one of the translators, saw this note here and they're like, wait, east? That doesn't make any sense when the way you're going is clearly to what they would perceive as the west. But yeah, that's my guess on it. So yeah, we want to rest here, and notably we can save every night as well. Definitely want to do that. This is the point where I want to speed this up a little bit. Oh, also I have Tornado on Raid that I don't care about. I could get rid of that, but I could do that anytime. So yeah, we'll just save there like that. over here, over actually a different save when I totally screwed up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and went the wrong way right off the bat. I actually went northwest, or northeast rather than northwest when I started there. Because I wasn't paying close enough attention to my notes. Yeah, we broke in camp there. Yeah, this is the north, so yeah, we're not exactly facing the way we were. So make sure you are. So yeah, I'm going to kind of speed this up because, yeah, this is going to take about 2.5 nights total to get to the point where the evening stars disappeared there. So... Oh yeah, Drak normally. Yeah, he starts off paralyzed, so I can just go hog wild on this guy, basically, and it doesn't matter. Because he's not gonna do anything, so... Bye! See, there should be a little bit of change now. Not so much with Peiko. He doesn't change till a little bit later, I think. Oh yeah, actually we know exactly how big this desert is. Let's see, where is it? I have it. I know I have it written down here somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, this place is actually, well, kind of a grid of sorts, and it's 5,376 by 2,816. And if you go beyond where the grid's limits, it will set you back 256 steps. So, yeah, that's how big the desert is, Momo. It's freaking huge. Oh yeah, no kidding. Oh yes, that is very important. Probably people, or maybe, you know, like regular ecosystems each other. Anyway, I'm gonna save as well. Now, let's see, during this night, okay, yeah, 1, 2, yeah, notice the evening star is actually pretty far over that away there. But, yeah, it'll disappear during this night, and also my throat's gonna get dry. I might get into a random encounter before the 4th time, but you know what, since I don't actually care, let's just go ahead and do this now. Yeah, I'm not gonna run out of water by the end of this run, so not even close. Or at least I don't think it'll be close if I do it that soon. But anyway. Holy crap. Should I blitz? Yeah, for this, let's go ahead and blitz, and you guy, I can just ignore the Drak. I can't believe I got the rarest battle twice in this playthrough already. Dude. Actually, Peiko might take them all out anyway just by doing this. Oh, dude. Peiko. You rock. Thank you, Peiko. And Ryu gets a level up. Nice AP and intelligence boost. And, of course, power is nice as well. Oh, I got a croc here from that cacti. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Jeez. Let's see.
yeah, why not?
I'm not getting any of the rarer stuff. I mean, I should believe it, but considering my other run, jeez. Let's see, I should be still heading in the right direction there. So yeah, we're like right there, although I don't think I'll get into another random encounter by the time that disappears. Actually, yeah, I think I will. I think it's that way, right? Yeah. 1, 2. So, yeah, it's right there. Like, right at the... You'll see it disappear completely. Okay, and now that it has disappeared completely, we want to go directly west, which is 2 more to this direction, which puts it directly right there. And tomorrow... it should be tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, we'll run into the life armor, which will actually be right in the center of the battlefield when we get into it. So, although it's going to be daybreak pretty soon as well. So it'll probably be in like the very next battle we get into, technically, now that I think about it. Since I've used up a lot more water, we should get some new dialogue. Or, we'll see if my, hypothesis about what changes the dialogue actually, like, makes any sense here. Pursue? Yeah, I know you don't change your dialogue much. No? Still haven't changed it? Maybe it does depend on the number of nights, then, instead of the actual, like, amount of water left.
And empty rest. And the next random encounter we get in should have the life armor in it. Oh, and my throat's getting dry. Okay, cool.
No?
Okay, I guess well, maybe the next one then. Yeah, usually it's the very first one I get into, but that's fine. We'll see during the second one then.
There we go. As soon as I get into an encounter first. Alright. Got the life armor. This actually is, even equipped on Ray now, it's actually pretty good. Like, it doesn't hurt his speed that much. So, might as well equip that. I mean, he's still faster than the fastest enemy around, who's normally paralyzed, so... Might as well, just to get a little bit of his HP back. Ew, fish head! Not that I don't have a billion of those already, but... Well, there it is. Cool. And now that we've picked up the life armor there, let's see... I want to... Well, this is west, so 1, 2, 3, 4 to the north, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to walk directly east for the remainder of the night, and then I'll change my direction starting tomorrow night. So... Pisu. Yeah, he looks like he's having trouble sleeping. Oh, you are sleeping outside in the heat of the day, which I can't even imagine what the temperature must be like. Well, I kind of can. I mean, I technically live in a desert myself. You should be worried about what's his name over there wearing the fur coat. Ah, cool. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you kind of gotta love the barbs they throw at each other. It's, well, apparently adorable to a lot of fans. Alright, now that we're on the 5th night, let's see. Wow, I turned a long ways. Yeah, this is north, and I want to go 1, 2, 3, and walk this direction for the next 2 nights. Yeah, this night and tomorrow night. Ooh, dang! Swallow Eye, holy crap! Ah, yeah, now they're starting to, yeah, get a little questioning about what's going on there. I'm sure we're doing okay. Yes? What did you think? You think it's supposed to be easy? No. I don't need to leave the fighting to Gar. He's my, well, lowest level character and actually the overall weakest, so. Alright, the 6th night. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, just to make sure we're going in the right direction there. Keep on going this way for the rest of the night. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, I can still see that. Yeesh. That was scary. And now... yeah, this is the point where everyone starts to lose hope a bit on this night. Doesn't this just beat all? Beat all, dang it! Aren't we? No, we're actually not close. Because this place is, well, the Desert of Death, and it's kind of evil, that's why. Especially that note there on the table. Alright, it is the 7th night, and now I just want to walk directly to the north, and one of these two, I think the second one perhaps, random encounters, well, battlefields as it were, is going to have what I'm looking for. Ooh, alright. Nice HP boost there, Peiko, and defense, of course. Very good, very good. And there it is, which I'm not gonna pick up immediately because freaking random encounters. Oh, really? That's it? Bye. Jeez. Ah, dang it, Ray! But yes, we got a second royal sword. Alright, and, well, I guess I could try to find the item right here, but you know what? Oh, there it is. Sweet, multivitamin. Cool, cool. So now, normally at this point, we're supposed to finish by yeah, finish the night, but let's see, we're heading north now. We're supposed to head to the east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, walk this way for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow night, we're supposed to walk to, well, this direction right here. That's 3 from, 3 right from north for about 2.5 to 3 nights until the evening star. Yeah, that one right there, until that actually falls below the horizon. Yeah, below the blackness out there. So that one you kind of had to keep watching, and then we're supposed to head north for about half a night, and we're supposed to make it, but I never have. So rather than that, I'm just gonna go straight back to camp here. Oh, you guys did something different tonight. We're out of water. Oh, I didn't even realize you said something different at night. Oh yeah, this is the next stage. How come we're not there yet? They actually only have one more thing to say after this. I cannot, and we're not going to. Well, I could sleep, but I want to talk to the Rakta. No, I do not want to break camp. I want to talk to the Rakta. Yes, return. Yes. And this will take us all the way back to Horus. Even though that wouldn't really make sense if you had 0 water left at this point. But yeah, we'll go, well, technically a more regular way next time on Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. Arrivederci. Thanks for telling us after we come back, jerk.